All right, the Detroit Lions get back-to-back good news as we are getting so close to the NFL draft. Happy Easter, and let's get right into it. This had to do with what Brad Holmes said last time he talked to the media just a couple of days ago. First good news is that in the past, the Lions have attempted another Jameson Williams-like trade-up. Remember, we went from pick 32 to 12 all the way up to get Jameson Williams. Well, now we're picking 28th overall. And so the good news is that Brad Holmes is not afraid. He's tried it multiple times to go up from all the way back where we are up to a high pick to get a really good player. So you start thinking about it. It's like, well, man, this starts to get you a little excited, right? Because if you go back up into this range, up in 10, 11, 12, 13, you've got Will Johnson. We've got Tate McMillan, Jahad Campbell, Shamar Stewart, Gray Zabel, like some of these guys to go up 10 spots and really get a great player. We've been saying it, though. We can get Tyler Booker. We can get James Pierce Jr. I don't love that one. There's some good players that the Lions will have clustered here at the end of the first round, but the good news is we have a GM that's not afraid to go up and make something happen. The second good news that we learned from Brad Holmes is that, and I think this is kind of an overlooked thing. It's just great to see again, Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, Chris Spielman. We've got a front office that just gets it now. It's just like, thank you. Here's another example of that. So it's twofold. It's one, it's like we got a GM and a front office that gets it, but I just love what they get here. The Lions are flexible when it comes to adhering with a trade value chart. So teams evaluate, well, do we go from 10 to 12? Do we go from 20 to 12? Well, in order to do that, and they've got this formula that every team has. It's like, no, that's too expensive, or we need a fifth and a sixth if we're going to do that, or whatever it is. The Lions are saying, hey, look, we've spoken to teams during the draft, and they're like, the minuscule points are off, and it's like, come on, man, give me a break. But that's their philosophy. We're kind of like, it's in the range. This is a player we want. This is the deal we want to do. Then we do it. So we are not like the Giants, the Panthers. I'm just trying to think of like badly run teams right now, currently. Or it's just like, I don't know. Got to trust the analytics. It's like, what? You're off 1 point on your chart thing that you made up, and you're going to miss out on the player that you want and feel strongly about. That's what the Lions just do very well. Obviously, excellent evaluators. When you go down the list of the star players the Lions have. And I think that's what we forget as we have gone through this offseason is truly the talent that the Lions have and the players that they have. So let me just read off. Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, Sam Laporta, Penei Sewell, Frank Ragnow, Aiden Hutchinson, Terrion Arnold, Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, Jack Campbell. I'm probably missing some. I'm just going quick. I just went quick there on our main players. They would be starters on any other team in the league immediately. We all know that. We have a really good team, and we can't forget that. Now, the other good news is that there's really good options in the second round, and a couple I want to point out. So wide receiver keeps getting talked about. And it's weird because I guess there's talk about the long-term high character option for Detroit's long-term exposition, because we keep kind of just filling that in with Tim Patrick. Love him. But it's like, man, who's just that guy that we could be in there for a couple contracts and be our guy? Same thing here at guard. Looking for that long-term guard piece. Again, we're kind of piecing it together. Zeitler last year, a 34-year-old. Graham Glasgow. Let's go. So there's some long-term solutions at positions that we need in the second round. There's also just guys that I feel like we would take a flyer on. Here's Kyle Williams. Not a flyer. I mean, this dude, here's just some things that are out there in the second round. He's maybe a third rounder. We're like, oh, you're in the third round. Do you need a wide receiver? No. But this is where it's like, okay, you told us, and everyone says we take the best player available. He's kind of a slotty type guy, but okay, yeah. What's up? Welcome to the team, man. If you're available in the third round, I doubt he would be, but take it all day. Another thing is, I think we can't forget here as we go to, let me go. Yeah, wide receivers. If you look, Tate McMillan, Golden, Burden, Emeka Buka, these guys, it's just like, no, we're not going to take a high premium pick, but Jake Beck, Isaiah Bond, track star, can he figure it out? I'm not opposed to wide receiver. I don't love it, but let's go. Offensive tackle, yeah, I don't know, we might even take an offensive tackle, but guards, centers and guards. Here's guard, Tyler Booker. Let's go. Give me that guy all day. But you got Tate Ratledge and Miles Frazier. This Marcus Mbow, I think that's how you say it. Keep seeing him come up. He's 84th ranked out of 100. Kind of get him third round. Fourth round, Dylan Fairchild. There's options there. And then at center, Gray Zabel, who everyone talks about. He'll probably be gone by the time we pick, which is amazing because he's 6'6", 312, center and guard. Seth McLaughlin. You see it, right? So anyway, there's a lot of options, both center, guard, offensive line, wide receiver, but really defensive end. Let me go to defensive end. That's where I was going. Edge rusher. So Abdul will be gone. Jalen Walker will be gone. Shamar Stewart is top 10 ranked. He's 9th. Just power ranking, regardless of position. And the Lions were mocked him there for a minute, but he's so good. And defensive end, it's so hard to know what you should do with defensive end. Not know, but like which guy. They all are just 6'5", 250. Which guy? I mean, we keep getting this Boston College guy. I should probably learn how to pronounce his last name since we keep getting mocked him constantly. 6'3", 250, 6'5", 250, 6'5", 264. So again, you get it. But the draft's coming up right around the corner, doing giveaways, giving these three away. You got the classic Dan Campbell, you got the Bobby Boucher, and you got the Barry Sanders Oklahoma State, which I love that. So hang out with us live for the draft, talking 8 o'clock Thursday, talking the whole time, having a lot of fun. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.